So this is what we are going to do. We are going to get that authorization code and get the access token using Postman. And then we have two APIs, or we can say two operations that we are going to perform. One is we are going to list the authenticated events, events for the authenticated account basically. And then again we are going to create a sample event using Postman. You can also try to use some other APIs of Google, but you make sure you provide the complete OAuth scope. So remember, in the previous lecture we prepared the URL like this. Okay, so where we have prepared all those URLs, I'm just going to copy this URL and will show you how actually it was in the previous lecture. See, like this, it was like this in the previous lecture. So what you need to do is just hit the backspace button and make sure that you have make it a proper URL, because if you don't make it a proper URL, it is going to give you some some sort of error. Not every time, but yeah, sometimes you get this error. So that's why just make sure that you have prepared a proper URL over here. And then for the scopes, you can see for Google Calendar is Google, and then events is like events. If you wanted to give some more scopes, right, I'm just showing you over here. So you can say here, right, it is Google Drive, not Google Drive. You can say Drive API. So I can say here, right, I'm just saying read only access to my Google Drive over here. So I'm just putting that over here one more scope separated by space, which is very easy. Just copy this URL, okay, and then open in a new tab. And this, so once you hit that URL, yeah, it is going to take you to choose your account, which account you wanted to access. One more thing, you might be thinking like, if I have created application for this account, I can use this only. That is not the case. You can use any other account. For example, I'm just using this account for now, and this time it is actually for your application. Now you can see it is giving us a Google Drive. See and download all your Google Drive API. You can just click on this allow, okay, and you just click on allow over here. It will take you to next page where it will say, so you, now it is asking for to log in to access that page. But if you hover over here, okay, so if you are over here, you can see that we have got our code. We don't need to log in into that application, but no problem, we will log in into our Salesforce org, so that we can see actual code over here. So I'm just going to log in over here. Now if you see in the URL, we will be able to see, let it log in once, and once it is done, we will be able to see our code. So that is the very first step to get that verification code. In the meantime, it is opening. We can just go to the next thing here. So once we have got the code, right, what we will get, what we need to do is, after getting that code, we should get this URL like this. We will get the code parameter in the URL. Now if you go here, you can see here, now we are getting that. I can open this now. So now you can see, right, we have got this code, and then for code, this is the full value that we are getting. Okay, so that is what we actually need. And then you can see we have also got scope, right? So scope is nothing but all the scopes that we have provided. Next step is to get that, we need to get the access token, right, after we got this and all. And this is the step 5, exchange the authorization code and for refresh token and access token. So how we are going to prepare the body? We are going to prepare the body like this. I've already copied. Just copy this, paste into Notepad or any software that you are using. Okay, we have not used this for now, and this code that we have got, we're going to use later on here. You can see we are going to replace this code with our actual code. I'm going to remove this. Client ID is going to replace with our ID, with our ID, yeah, the application ID that we have. So let's quickly replace this. This time we need to send the client secret. Let's copy this client secret as well. Redirect URI, again it is going to do, I can go ahead and copy this redirect URI from here as well. And grant type is authorization code. This is not going to be changed. Now you can see here post. That means we need to post it from somewhere, either from Salesforce or from Postman or any web service testing tool. This is the content type. We also use the same kind of content type into our previous as well. Let's copy this code, okay, and go to our Postman over here, because we are going to use Postman. Create a new request. First thing, go to the body over here, click on raw, because it is going to be text. Paste whatever we have copied. Now change the method to post. Go to this headers, and we need to say content type, which is going to be again application by URL form encoded, and we can also send accept. We talked about why we use accept, so that's why I'm just saying JSON. We don't no need to put any authorization, anything. Now in the body itself, just make sure that you are sending in a single line. Now this code we need to replace with our actual code and then this URL as well. So yeah, this is where we are. Go to our document, and this time if you scroll down, not scroll down, scroll up, you can see this is the URL for getting the token here. So we'll just go to Postman again, and we'll say here this is our URL. Now only thing that we need is that is token here, right? So what we will do is we will just go to our notepad, copy this link address, okay, and then paste it somewhere, either in a new browser or anywhere you can just paste it. So this time it will not ask you for login because you are already in the same browser. Yeah, it is asking. Let's again, we selected this one, so I'm going to use the same. And yeah, this is asking every time because we have created that consent and all. Now you can see, just copy this because from where we are not able to copy, and I'm going to paste it over here, and this is my code. I'm just going to copy this code, remove this, and then paste it over here. Now we have got that code. Let's quickly send it. You can see we have got 200 as a status code, and we have got refresh token, or we have got access token and XYZ, right? So that is how we get the access token use of our Google. Now let this be like this. We can see it is 35.99. That means approx 60 minutes. We are going to click on next, which is new. Okay, we'll go to our browser, and into our browser what we can do is we can just go to, again what we can do is we need to get all the calendar events, right? So what events? I'm going to say list. Sorry, it is move. I'm just going to click on next. Even though we have created the calendar for different account, we are going to use this time a different account. Yeah, this is a get method that I need to use. I'm just going to use this. I have Postman ready over here. You can see I'm going to replace this calendar with our email ID. I'll say csc.amit@helenhouse@gmail.com. This is my ID. Authorization, this time I need to not need to set in the headers. I need to say authorization, and this time it will be bearer and our access token separated by a space. We just need to put our access token over here. You wanted to put key as accept as a JSON, you can just put that. You wanted to put some sort of content type, you can just also put that content type as well. That is what. And then you no need to provide any body because we're just trying to get that, and then try to see, hit it and try to see if we have any events. We got this 200 as an okay, and you can see that here is a list of all the events that I have. So that is all I can get as an event, and then I can just find this or parse this and store into my Salesforce if I want. And next thing is that let's quickly let it be. I'll just copy this because we need for the next request. I'll now say post, header is already there. I'll say authorization. Again, that is going to be like content type. This time we are going to post a content type of JSON, and we want to accept, or we want to get that input or response in JSON. We need to go to the body raw, and you can see JSON is already selected. Now I'm going to open my notebook, copy the same body that I have over here. You can just say, you can see here, right? Again, this has been changed. So this is a simple body that I have created, and this time I have added this as an attendee, or okay, and then we need that URL as well. So let's get here, and this is some sort of URL that I have over here. I can just copy this and paste it over here. Okay, I just need to change the calendar ID. I'll just copy this email. You can provide some calendar ID as well if you have created any calendar inside your Google account. That is not mandatory to provide your email itself. Now send it. Okay, we got 400 request, integer, invalid integer value. It is max attendees code 400. Okay, so there is something max attendees it we have not provided. I'm going to say 100 and then send it. Now you can see we have got this 200 as a status code, and this is our calendar ID. You can just click on this to open that, and you can see all this. We have got this attendee this time. Response status needs action because this attendee has not accepted the event. It's as of now. So this is how you can get the access token using a Postman, which is a web service testing tool. You can try to play around with the different APIs, as I have shown you, right? Adding an additional scope over here for a Google Drive. So you can just play around with that as well, and then try to get more and more hands-on on these APIs. And again, if you get any problem or you get stuck anywhere, just put that into the Q&A section, and I'll definitely be there to help you. Thank you, and we will meet you into the next lecture.